friends. Thanks for clicking on this video today. A time ago, I had uploaded a video where I introduced a new writing service that I will be providing. Poetry Emotion is the title that I chose to define it as a new series on this channel. To sum it up as best as I can, I'd call it a form of expression, a way to show love, respect, kindness, and consideration. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. There, I go into much more detail, including talking about who I've done these poetic expressions for in the past, those I choose to do them for in the future, and why. I wanted to give you a first example of poetry motion. For this, my best friend Monica has graciously allowed me to use her name. Standard example, and in the interest of time, I will only be using her first name. As I provide more examples throughout the year, that will change. I often use either only a person's first or first and last name, as well as who they may be in my life, their characteristics, their occupations, any number of things. If this expression is for a special occasion, like a birthday, an anniversary, or a holiday, I'll include that too. I'll present this to you is that I'll read you the expression that I've created based on Monica's name, going through the way I structured it first. This will give you a first glimpse as to what I can offer you, your loved ones, and those you want to feel special just because. I have a lot of those myself, I must admit. The first step is taking the letters of the word or words that I'm working with, in this case, Monica, Monica, and deciding if I want to write one line per letter or two. There are exceptions to this, of course, always, but my usual reasoning behind whether I choose one or two is how long the word is. Will it fit on the page? You see, if it does fit, I'll almost always use two, because it just looks better to me. Some of it just has to do with the looks, quite frankly. If we do end up working together, you'll find that there's a lot of this type of customization involved. For instance, you can decide how many lines of writing that you want there to be. After all, it's your gift to someone. I actually tried to print out each line pairing separately so that it's easier for all of you to see. I don't know if it's going to work. Leave a comment and let me know how it was for you. Next, I decide on the font and the style. My personal preference towards the style always tends to move towards those that have more of a calligraphy feel to them, the script fonts. I must admit that type of font is usually my go-to. Once again, you can pick any font style that you feel is appropriate. Bold the first letter of the written line, as you can see here, and make it up to 4, maybe even 5 times bigger than the rest of the lettering. The last thing I do to structure the written piece is that I end the first line of the two with a semicolon as a pause, and the second one with an ellipsis, as if the thought was trailing off. That being said, if I only choose to write one line for each letter, there would only be an ellipsis. Choice of background is very important to me. That's typically what I pick first. I'll either pick the background to go with the style of writing, or to coincide with a hobby or interest of the person that I'm writing for. I think that we're ready for the full effect now. Remember, the pairings start with Monica, A. Let me know in the comments if you like what you hear. Maverick, playing by rules of her own design. Once in a lifetime, heart, mind, soul, spirit, such as this. Note to self and to others, to success itself. All ceilings made of glass will shatter and fall. Incredible eyes, soul-piercing wisdom, care to no fault, kindness beyond measure, a star, shine bright, on and on. Most of these lines, I believe, are pretty self-explanatory. I was going to leave it completely open to interpretation, but I think that maybe care to no fault requires a little bit of explanation. I hear they're honest to a fault, or they're loyal to a fault. There is no fault in caring. That's what I see. I really want you guys to sit back and think about this. With just a short piece of written expression such as this, I've managed to convey, to show you the kind of woman that Monica is, how much love and respect I have for her, and what her friendship means to me. This takes a while, I won't lie to you. Some phrases come easy, some not so much. Sometimes it's really difficult to find a word beginning with the letter that you want to craft the right message, to convey the right emotion that you feel. The end result is worth it, I guarantee. I look forward to showing you many more examples of how I can work with you to create something extra special. Some pieces will be short, and others will be more complex. For next time, however, something hopefully a bit different. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you so choose. Don't forget to come visit me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and my blog. While it's true that most of my blogs are just written versions of my videos, for those that don't prefer the visual, that's not always the case, and I have so much more planned. Thanks again for taking the time to watch my video. I really appreciate it. See you next time.